part of the problem in Pathfinder Adventure Path is they put way too much emphasis on the NPCs as especially independently from anything that the PCs do.
Yeah, it's fine to have an adventure path that is driven by an NPC's arc, but that arc needs to have multiple possible resolutions, and which one you get has to depend on what the players do. I mean, ultimately, it's hard to make like that there's common GM advice about how the PCs are the main characters of your story. That's nice in theory. Definitely if you get a group of people who are actually going to make you characters who could be main characters of a story, who have motivations uh, and an arc and so forth, then that is a fantastic rarity and you should jump on it. But in practice, that actually happens pretty rarely. Fairly, the average player character is little else but a vehicle for the acquisition of treasure and XP. They will have some perfunctory backstory, and they will even have they will have personality traits, right? Like they will have fun character quirks and stuff, but they won't have a character arc. They will have a gimmick, and you can't make that the main character of your story. That's just so in practice. The simple reality is that if you want your game to have a story, to have a character arc, your NPCs will have to supply one. Oh, hey, what's up, guys? There it is. See, originally they would the when this first boss first appears, he would alternate between doing the jump attack and the smash attack. Kept expecting them to jump. I was getting ready to dodge onto them. Instead, I walked right into their smash attacks, which they did like 8 times in a row.
So we're still looking for the seven princesses of heart, right?
Yeah, I figure Snow White's got to be around here somewhere.
The trap.
Yeah, lamest trap ever, though.
So you have the key of the secular, so now you can cast separation of church and state, which gives you a +2 bonus for saves against holy attacks.
Man, separation of church and state is going to be rough on this nation. Judging by the hands tied behind the back, you would think that these guys in here are all like captives of the Inquisition, but in this country, I don't know. Maybe they're just into it.
How many Pathfinder campaigns have you run,
Uh,
or have even been in? Like, I don't know if you played in addition to having run them.
I never played in a Pathfinder like AP. I played Pathfinder at all, but it was always someone's original thing.
But you've run a couple.
But I've run 3, depending on how you count them, because one of them is kind of cannibalized from a couple of different ones.
What have you thought of them?
It's just, I mean, they're often good ideas, but that's often all they are. Like, I rarely feel like I've been given even a decent blueprint as to how I might execute these ideas, let alone a complete product. Like, in Natalia's Guide to Necromancy, there is a little, like, 4 or 5 page summary of the land of Tavalti, where it's basically like, hey, here are a bunch of plot hooks and ideas for you to expand upon. It's a zine-sized thing, maximum of 64 pages for shipping reasons. So here, I can't do a full adventure path. So here are, just a bunch of ideas for things that you could expand on in order to make a campaign that really puts all the new undead stuff from this source book center stage, right? And I feel like the best case scenario is that occasionally Paizo's complete adventure path will give me something like that. Where it's like, if you strip away all of the poorly executed stuff, what you've got left is 5-ish pages, rather, of decent ideas that I can string together into a cool campaign.
Now I hear that I make a cameo in Natalia's.
You do. I needed some hags. And, I had some... had some names on hand. So, yeah. One of many little shout-outs to characters of people that I know. Or, in your case, just a person that I know.
You've almost got all the little cherubs.
There's a lot of them imprisoned in these Inquisition dungeons. I wonder what they did. Are they heretical cherubim?
Imprisoned for baby crimes. My favorite description of somebody getting sent to the penalty box in hockey is sent to the punishment cube for hockey crimes.
So you a big hockey fan then?
Nope. Are you?
I mean, not particularly. I will say that I have recently read most of a novel that I feel like did a very good job with the hockey scenes.
Oh.
That novel was, of course, Interview with the Vampire.
I don't remember there being a lot of hockey in Interview with the Vampire. It has been a while since I read it.
I think Anne Rice may have, done some George Lucasing to it. Pretty sure, because I'm pretty sure there's lots of hockey in the first edition, but then
Uh, she has converted and unconverted to Catholicism like 3 times. So
Really,
I think the later books are of the Interview kind of reflect it.
I did not read past Queen of the Damned, so I would not know. Or if it appears that early, then I didn't notice.
I think she's shopping around a Interview TV series since the rights have reverted back to her.
Problem with that, of course, is that she would get sued by White Wolf, who invented vampires and werewolves.
On the topic of White Wolf, some interesting news about Bloodlines.
Yeah! Definitely some interesting news about Bloodlines.
Yep.
Specifically that the entire development team got sacked.
That's probably fine.
I mentioned at the end of towards the end of the vampire season, that I was cautiously optimistic about it. It seemed like they were making some decent decisions. It was sort of moving in the direction of caring more about introducing people to the setting properly rather than just being slavishly devoted to the exact details of the lore. Which, it seemed like it was a good sign that they understood that their audience isn't limited to White Wolf fanboys, necessarily. There's also a lot of bones in these Inquisition cells, but I assume that is... Well, they're bones of saints, though. So I guess that raises the question, why did all these people who died in Inquisition cells get beatified afterwards? What kind of operation was the Inquisition running here? Keep getting angels and saints locked up.
But yeah, entire development team fired.
Yeah, apparently whatever they were doing, the boss did not like it. Which can only mean one of two things, Either they had some real jokers on the team, and the boss finally got sick of it and got rid of them. Or the boss is the real jokers, got rid of a perfectly good team, and is going to replace them with people who will do worse.
Not a good sign either way, I feel.
Yeah, probably not.
Especially since it was supposed to release this year. And now it's on indefinite hiatus.
Yeah,
It's
I feel
fine,
like it
it's
might be
fine.
about to go into development hell entirely. It's kind of funny, their trailer had that sort of fourth wall wink, where they're like, oh, it's been so long.
That's probably fine, right?
Oh, hey, I found the boss. Forgot he did that ambush. But yeah, oh, hey. Now, I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure that that hood there would indicate that this fellow is a specifically a member of the Inquisition.
Ah. Well, according to his health bar, he was returned by the flames. I don't think you're going to win.
Yeah, I was not prepared for this. He ambushed me.
I guess that's the point of the ambush, is so you're not prepared.
Yeah, joke's on him. I'm immortal. I'll have a full set of flasks next time. I really should be using prayers more often. Okay, I've got to go unlock that thing so that I don't have to take the long way around. Yeah, once I've got that pre-ado unlocked, this should be fine. First time around, you know, he caught me off guard. There's that little treasure I wanted over there. But yeah, I was not really expecting that Spanish Inquisitor. Here we are. This should lead me to
An empty room.
well, okay then. But this over here should lead me to, yes, this is the way to the unlocking the gate. Let me go ahead and heal up while I'm here. I can't take the lift.
We have 5 more babies to find. And then I assume they merged together into one super baby. And what I've decided that, like, the term for this combined super baby is this word I've coined. It's an adult. An adult is what you get when you digivolve a bunch of babies together.
I'm pretty sure that's how that works. All right. You, sir, are expected. I need to duck under that. Alright, I should probably be trying to time this more, but I'm just... Oh god, I've forgotten how to use prayers properly. It's been so long. Can't remember the button for it. This guy's really too hard for me. I do have a biliary flask I can go turn into an extra health potion. This guy has weirdly sedate boss music.
Not the boss music you expected.
Yeah. Definitely doing a lot better, though. For sure, I would say this guy's chief weapon was Surprise.
You're on to one health potion, though. I don't know that things look great for you.
Yeah, I mean, I guess his chief weapon might be Surprise and his second
Plus a sword
phase.
that's on fire. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself and giant spiders.
And weasels. Little bastard will get you.
The only advantage they have over us is the element of surprise. Their giant longsword that's fire.
There's plenty of blood fountains in the first half of the game, but for some reason the Mother of Mothers doesn't seem to have any. Yeah, as we get towards the end of the game, it starts to get a little bit more Dark Soulsy. First half of the game, there would always be... You know what? I tried to glide through this without fighting anything, and it backfired on me, so I'm going to go back and heal. But, yeah, the first half of the game, there would always be a checkpoint immediately before the boss room. But not so for Queersea here. Go back to Albaro sometime and donate all my gazillion Tears of Atonement.
But first you're going to fight this very expected boss, right?
Yes.
Do you expect to beat him?
At some point. I'm getting bullied by these weird screaming running guys. That's right, this is the empty room. I feel like I've got to be missing something here, but... I want to get into this battle with full health, and these guys are only the first part of the road there. Honestly, if I do beat Queersay, it will probably not be by the skin of my teeth. Alright, so yeah, I am just avoiding those guys. They are no fun to play with. And same with them. There we go. That's the secret.
I thought the secret was like you made a vision board. I do see you made this vision board of yourself defeating Quercy. When did you find the time to make this, anyways? Like, you've been playing the game the whole time.
I've just gotten very adept at making vision boards.
Why are so many of them of Requiem dying?
I mean, that's a question that I feel like my lawyer would advise me not to answer.
This guy is very vaguely Pyramid Head-esque, I feel.
A little bit.
He's got kind of a conical head and a sword, which I guess is not that much of a similarity, but it's enough that when I saw him, I was sort of like, oh, Pyramid Head.
Yeah, I mean, he's very wiry and agile, whereas Pyramid Head is quite a brute.
This is Twink Pyramid Head. Is what you're saying.
Yes.
Pyramid Head is a hunk.
I mean, you joke, but apparently quite a few people find Pyramid Head sexy, so yes.
Is there a bear Pyramid Head?
I mean, I feel like it's now our duty to create one. getting the hang of this guy's move set. But I don't know if I have enough health left. I probably don't at this point.
Yeah.
Probably don't have enough health left to bring it home. We both got a bunch of health left.
Do you want me to make a vision board for you really quick?
Does that work if you do it? Does it specifically have to be me? I guess if you make a vision board of me beating Queersay, then the universe will, you know.
Alright, I think you've got it this time because I have I completed my vision board for you, so just take a look.
Oh, that's Mother Sorrow.
Yes.
This vision board is entirely about the two of us getting married.
Oh, right, this one already happened. I didn't need to make another one.
That... No.
Well, let's just see if it works.
What happens if I make a vision board about us not getting married? What does the universe do then?
I mean, you would never, though.
I mean, honestly, I feel like I should try it just to see what happens now. It's for science.
Maybe you should beat the boss first.
Jumped right into it. Like, by beat the boss, you meant, like, jump directly into an attack I would have otherwise have avoided, right?
Apparently.
That's how we beat the boss?
I mean, you're the one playing the game. You do you.
I've decided to adopt an avant-garde definition of victory.
This has actually been a Dada playthrough of Blasphemous. Chamomile is the Marcel Proust of Let's Plays.
So I'm pretty sure the correct pronunciation of, you know, the artistic movement inspired by Dada is Dadaism. But I object to this under the grounds that Dadaism sounds way cooler. Also, I feel like this is the one art movement that cannot ever make any claim to having a correct pronunciation.
That's fair.
Oh. Expecting him to do the different attack. That was weirdly difficult to dodge because it was poorly aimed. Like normally, you know, he appears right on top of me, and then like that, bombards me so that, you know, I have to keep moving in order to avoid the attacks. But now he just seems to be coming in at random places, which, in fairness, is significantly more effective at hitting me, so...
He knows you figured out his pattern. Ah, so close.
Yeah, I don't think your vision board is helping. On account of being entirely the wrong kind of vision board. Hang on, I'll make one. Oh, hey, I really should have gotten that extra health potion, shouldn't I? A couple of times now, I've been close enough to victory that one more health potion would have put me over the top, especially since my health potions are upgraded so much. Well, I'd say I'm winning so far on account of I have gotten through more than a fifth of his health without using any of my 5 health potions.
Which means the second vision board I made is working. It's of our honeymoon.
I was afraid to ask. I mean, there was a cemetery involved, but I guess that makes sense and is one of the better options, really. I mean, honestly, I could think of worse places to honeymoon than a cemetery. Kind of like the Addams Family vibe it's got. Keeps catching me in loops. Burned through a huge chunk of my HP. It's fine though, we're still about even. Just in terms of health percentages. Aha! I've got you now, you bastard.
Yes! That means we're honeymooning in the demi-plane of dread.
I don't think those are connected, actually. Like, the vision board is supposed to be of the thing that you want to happen. It's not like a god that you pray to where you bargain with it.
Was hearsay. One of the sheltered. He was unjustly condemned to the stake for heresy, and the Inquisitors bore witness to the flames, engulfing his body amidst an atrocious communion of prayers and cries. Still, when it was over, and the flames had died, the merciful miracle called them forth again, and from them
I think these Inquisitors are really bad at their job.
the embers
They keep imprisoning cherubim and saints. This Queersy guy was apparently so innocent that the miracle decided to revive him.
for fiery are the paths of the miracle.
I'm starting to think it might be a bad idea to have an Inquisition. I believe we have now seen all 7 Confessor statues.
Oh.
Which is good, because at some point we need to break them all in order to take all the sins of Custodia upon ourselves. For we are Sword Jesus. Now we have the final key, which will take us to the single highest point in the game. Funny enough, it's kind of specifically supposed to be a thing that the Pope's Ash Mountain tree is higher than any other point in Custodia, but it's totally not. The room we're going to here is, in fact, like one room level higher on the y-axis. And from here, we can go back to Albero. Hopefully no one has died. I think someone might have died. I think this is about the same number of people as before.
The miracle is taking us.
Then thou hast already met Cleophas. He was once a member of this congregation. One woeful day he broke his vows and left upon hearing the news that a miracle had occurred. We never heard from him again. Please give me this. It will mean a lot to him.
So, not only is, Cleophas obsessed with the holy suffering of this one, I guess he's not a saint because he's not dead yet, but there's one person, but he's also broke a vow to go and do it. This guy keeps getting worse.
Yikes.
In our heart lieth no doubt that she was unjustly punished.
These guys here are dedicated to reuniting split-up bodies so they can be buried properly. And this one Tentacula person's body was split up, Tentutia, in the weirdest way. Her hair, flesh, and bones were separated.
That's a little weird.
The remnants of
Anyways, I've been
it is now
carrying her bits around
true burial.
for a while now, so you know I'm finally gonna
With this support,
complete that quest.
she shall watch over thee.
Give me a prayer for it. It's a decent prayer. Now this side quest is fairly new. I've never done it before. Which means, okay, good. It does scale up fairly quickly. I'm just going to throw like 30,000 Tears of Atonement in here. See what I get out of it. This room changes whenever you donate stuff. We're going to skip like 4 levels of it, but...
Ooh,
Yeah.
fancy.
I believe we just got to the maximum level.
Nice.
And... Yep, this thing has now been upgraded a lot. Every altar now comes with a bunch of twink pallbearers there.
Oh yeah. I mean, what more could an altar need?
It's not clear to me whether or not they're statues or actual real people, but I choose to believe the latter. The important thing is I can now teleport between these things. It's going to make fast traveling way easier. Just bam. There's one more side quest I should be able to wrap up real quick before we're done. Which is, I've got 2 of the Marks of Refuge I need to save the Lady of Eternal Agony. Just need to find 1 more. And with 2 elevator masks, that should do it. Oh, hang on. Where was Pierce's mask? I didn't get it. Oh well. I'm sure Eternal Agony Lady will be, just fine for another couple of days while I, go and find the masks. Oh, I know where it is. I know the problem. It's up here. Not sure where up here. There's a bunch of doors leading out. Oh, hey, more health. think that might be all of the health upgrades, actually. Although, she might have something special to say on the last one. Here we are. Mask.
For a second I thought that said Mask of Dolphins.
Yeah, no, it's the dolphin guy is the one who donated a lung.
Huh.
From the inside out, and my smoke is a fog that conceals everything.
Don't worry, pal. I'll be along to end your suffering just momentarily.